Good evening once again. I'm Stephanie Ruhle. We begin this evening's broadcast in the state of Florida, where former Trump aide Taylor Budowich testified before a Miami grand jury as part of the special counsel Jack Smith's investigation into the former president's handling of classified documents. And Budowich is very close to Donald Trump. He spent time as his spokesman before becoming the head of a Trump-aligned super PAC. So he is just as close to Trump today as he has ever been. Budowich described his grand jury appearance as, quote, fulfilling a legal obligation. He also criticized the investigation as, quote, a bogus and deeply troubling effort to get Donald Trump. It comes just one day after the New York Times reported former Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows testified in Jack Smith's investigations, according to two people briefed on the matter. We also found out dozens of Secret Service agents have been subpoenaed or appeared before the Washington grand jury in the classified documents investigation. Here's how former federal prosecutor and member of Trump's legal team during his first impeachment, Robert Ray, summed a whole lot of these things up.
Typically in independent counsel investigations that I'm familiar with, when you bring the Secret Service in, you're bringing people in who are the eyes and ears of what's happening around a president or a former president, because they're in the best position to know. So those are the loose ends that are tied up. They are tied up to prepare a case for trial. So it suggests that Jack Smith is serious. And then it's just a question of trying to sort out, as you have just done, is this a case that's likely to be brought in D.C. or one brought in Florida?
People familiar with the matter tell the Washington Post that the DOJ is planning to bring a significant portion of any charges in the classified documents case in South Florida. NBC News reports Trump's attorneys were told at Monday's meeting with DOJ prosecutors that Trump, in fact, is a target of the classified documents investigation, according to two sources briefed on the meeting. New York Times reporter Maggie Haberman spoke to Trump earlier today, and he avoided a question about that, saying he doesn't talk directly to prosecutors. And on the January 6th side of the investigation, Steve Bannon was sent a grand jury subpoena in late May. Jack Smith is reportedly seeking testimony as well as documents.